Hi, welcome to Enrichment this week. This week we are looking at neurons. Last week, when we studied the brain, we learned about different parts of the brain and what they did. This week we're looking at something called neurons. Go ahead, say that word. Neurons. So let's pretend like this is your brain, and inside these blue things, they're the neurons. Okay? So inside the brain, we all have billions, not millions, but billions of brain cells called neurons. Some of the neurons connect to each other, forming pathways. So think of it like a sidewalk or just like a pathway, okay? And some are just sort of floating around. Each time we learn a new thing, we form pathways. The more we practice something, we strengthen these pathways. You're actually adding density, that means kind of like weight and size, to your brain and making yourself smarter once neurons have been built strong, connections or pathways. So every time you do something, it makes a connection from this neuron to that. So let's say you're learning to read. And so you're reading right now, but you don't know a new word. You learn the new word, you practice it, you read it again. See, and every time that makes a connection. That's what makes your brain more dense. Now your brain, the size of it right now is probably about the size of a grapefruit. And then if you would stretch it out, it's about as long as an ironing board. So let's stop here and go ahead and jump to the next box.